Hey guys, Brady here with your daily tennis lessons. So we're looking at beating pushers this week, and specifically today is talking about the idea of avoiding overhitting. I tend to see overhitting as the biggest problem, the biggest issue with players that are trying to beat a pusher. And you know, when we talk about a pusher, I think all of us agree it's that player that just makes a ton of balls. They're extremely frustrating to play because a lot of times their technique might be a little bit shaky, but they just tend to move really well and make a lot of shots. And they do a really good job of taking good players out of their comfort zone. And to me, one of the biggest, downfalls of a good player getting taken out of their comfort zone is going into that overhitting mode where you're just frustrated and you start blasting shots and giving them what they want, which are those unforced errors. And so, first thought for me is, be stubborn. Be the type of player that understands that a pusher wants you to get frustrated. So if you're getting frustrated and overhitting and giving them what they want, you're going too much with their plan. Be stubborn, stick to an idea that works for you. And that leads me into my second thought for the day, which is simply that a ball without pace, you guys got to remember, a ball without pace is not that easy to deal with. I see so many players at the club level miss a ball that comes in slow, and they say to themselves, oh my God, I can't believe I missed that shot. Well, I actually, as a coach, am more inclined to think that I'm going to see a good player miss against a slow ball than against a fastball. And a good example of this is when I just drop a ball to myself, okay? How often do you guys drop a ball and rip the feed? And essentially, a drop feed is really the type of ball that a pusher's giving you. Granted, I'll probably have to move around the court a little more, but I'm creating 100% of the pace on this type of ball. So when you guys really have a slower ball coming in, I always feel like 70 to 80% of my pace is a really good idea because I'm going to get control that way. I'm still not pushing with them. It's not like I've slowed it down to the point where I'm now a pusher. We definitely don't want to play their game. But I think when we're providing all the pace on the shot and the ball comes in slow, we got to avoid overhitting. We got to make sure we're controlling the speed of the racket where we can make a ton of balls. All right, and that brings me into my third point in this idea of avoiding overhitting. You want to remember how often you're going to have good chances to be aggressive against a pusher. And therefore, don't take every single opportunity that comes in to feel like you got to be the most aggressive player, on the planet. If I'm in a rally where it's maybe 10 balls, 5 from him, 5 from me, why don't I go 70% pace on 4 shots in a row? And then maybe hop into something where I jump up and I've gotten comfortable in that rally. Maybe I move into the net. We'll get kind of into that strategy stuff later in the week, but I think you guys get my point. Be very careful about picking your spots to be aggressive because you will ultimately have a ton of chances to be aggressive against a pusher, and we just can't play the entire match all out as aggressively as possible. I think it plays too much into their favor. All right, so that overwhelming idea today is avoid the overhitting idea. Generate speed, don't be a pusher yourself, but be very cautious about getting frustrated and just starting to blast where you're playing into their favor. That's exactly what they want, and you guys have to counter that. All right? So that's all I got for you today. A lot more to come later this week in beating pushers, but until then, please click like below this video. And if you have not subscribed to our channel yet, please do so, as well as check down below me in the description of this video. You'll find the link to 3 free courses Mark and I have put together. I think you'll find those really helpful as well. Okay, so until next time, be well, and we'll see you soon.